Hey guys, what's going on? It is Chris here. We are looking at today's free game slate for Wednesday, July 30th. Hope you guys all have been doing pretty good. As normal, if you guys do like the video, leave a like. I definitely do appreciate it. And also hit that subscribe button. Still about 28% of you guys are not subscribed, so if you guys could help me out and help out the channel, it is completely free. We are going to be breaking down WNBA. And there will be times, it might be today, but there might be times where we do multiple videos. We might do WNBA DraftKings or just props for the day for WNBA or MLB or whatever the case is. So definitely check out for those videos. And like I said, put on your notifications so you guys do not miss a video. So yeah, let's go check it out. Our three gamer today. Our first one of the day is Phoenix and Indiana. We have a 3.5 and a 166.5 total. Sorry, 3.5 spread, 1.6.5 total. So yeah, Mercury come in 16-9. Fever are 14-12 still with no Clark. Both these teams are on the upper end of pace, third and fifth in pace, but they are missing. Obviously, Clark is being missed over there for the Fever. So um, yeah, we got McDonald, Mitchell, Howard, Cunningham, and Boston, and then a Phoenix is almost the same as normal. So let's see what we got going on here. Kelsey Mitchell's an absolute machine recently. She's 6,800. She is shooting over 20 to 25 attempts a game. Her usage rate is almost 30%. So yeah, she's been absolute on fire. I don't know if you really need her in this matchup. But I still think she's going to get you in the 30s. She's just been doing pretty good. But like I said, this matchup probably not as high on her. I do like Monique. She is 4,600, going to be back in the starting rotation, had 18.9 at 46. Like I said, there's not much you can really complain about that, so I think I'll put her in the rotation. Bonner's minutes have came down a little bit in the last couple, so I'm going to stay away from her, but she also could be a GPP play because I don't think anyone's going to really play her at that price tag. Moving on to the forwards, you got Alyssa Thomas as normal. I mean, look, she's triple double machine for a reason. If you guys can get her in there, get her in there. Um, I don't know if she's going to get that today. She's probably going to get you around 43 to 50. I still think she's in a very good spot. And then, like I said, a lot of these forwards here, they're where they're supposed to be. You know, Boston, Sub Alley, they're exactly priced where they're going to be. You got Howard, who knows what she's going to do. Mac's been all right at 58, but she hasn't been getting a ton of minutes. So that's the only thing that sucks with that. So it's kind of like, oh, there's really not much for me to choose here. Timson, I don't know where she came out of. Um, yeah, I don't know. You guys can chase if you want to. Looks like when she gets half decent minutes, she does some stuff with it, but that's the thing is we don't know when she's going to get minutes. This game could play a little bit closer, so I don't know how much exposure I want to her. Yeah, so on this one, to be honest with you guys, like a couple, like I said, Mitchell's worth a look in some GPPs. You can always look at maybe McDonald, but once again, she's not doing a lot either. She's doing good on the steals, but turnovers are massive for her. So probably Monique, as I mentioned down here at 46, and then maybe Mitchell and some GPPs, and that's really it for me. And like I said, the forwards, they're in good spots, but they're not cheap. So if you can get them in there, get them in there. But um, it's going to be a little bit harder with all the studs we got on this slate. Next, we have New York and Minnesota. This should be one of the better games. It just went up to a 167 as you guys see me switch that. 167, we do have a 7.5. So Stewart and Burke look like that they're still going to be out in this one. We got Burke out, Stewart's a belly. So yeah, New York's hurting right now. They're not the same team as they were a week ago. So yeah, starting off, I really do favoritize Minnesota in this one. You got McBride and Williams. I would rather have Williams for more of the upside, but McBride's not in a bad spot. I did mention Jonas a couple the last time I did a video. She did get you 21.5. So doesn't look like her minutes really changed. She just got a couple more assists than normal. So at 4.7, she's worth a look. But once again, is she needed? No, because I thought her minutes would go up. If her minutes were up, I'd recommend her, but Her minutes didn't go up. I think for sure Collier has to be. Excuse me. Collier has to be one of the best spin up plays. If Stewart does play in this one, changes it up a little bit. It says already been ruled out. Okay, so she's out for a little bit. I don't know why it has game time message. Okay, leg out. Okay. Smith at 6,200, another half decent spot. I do think some of these New York forwards will respawn. So Fibich, I think, still in play for 23, 24. Of course, Stephanie Talbot's price jacked up. I think this is a massive, massive, massive overreaction by FanDuel. I picked her in my lineup, and she had 34.7. Whoop whoop, awesomeness. But you got to remember, this was a blowout for the most part until Talbot literally brought it back at the end. She got 15 of her fantasy points from the defense. She usually doesn't do this. She only shot 4 times, 4 field goal attempts for 4 for 4. So I think that's a massive overreaction. I'd rather go to Harrison. Her price, I think, went up even though um, she didn't do much. But I don't mind going to Harrison in this situation. She played 60 minutes in like I said, mostly blowout. She had 13 fancy points. If she plays 23, 24 minutes, she's probably going to get it for you. But like I said, they did raise the prices on a lot of them. I don't really see any cheap Minnesota. I really care for. Shepard's always worth a look, but like I said, it looks like they're really pricing up pretty well so far on these players here today. All right, Atlanta and Dallas to end it for us. We have a 167 and a 3.5 spread. Man, excuse me. Yeah, so Dallas is actually one of the hotter and faster paced teams in the league right now, taking on Atlanta, one of the slower teams. So this could be a slight pace up spot for them. So if you're looking GPP, I don't mind looking at like Alicia Gray here. I could see getting her 32 to 37 in this one if she shoots the ball, which hopefully she does. Still being out, it is helping out Jordan Canada quite a bit. She is at 6'6" though, so not. But she's been one of the better players for Atlanta recently and been pretty consistent everywhere. So I don't mind looking at Miss Canada. Carrington did okay last time out. And then over here at the forwards, man, Jones and Griner, they're just look like they're kind of hopping to the finish line, at the end here. It looks like they're a little tired. 300, I will probably put her in a lot of my lineups. They've been playing the heck out of her recently, 28 and 30 minutes in the last two, and she's been pretty productive. So at 5-3, I'll probably take her. Same thing with Dallas. They're playing a lot of their forwards all 8, 9, 10 minutes. I kind of told you guys about that last time. Even Louisa only had 22 minutes and 27 fantasy points, so she's really good fantasy point per minute. I don't mind looking at her again at 55. Like I said, she only played 22 minutes. Some of that was because of the blowout. I understand that. So she's probably one of your better plays at 55. I don't mind putting both of them in there as some mid-range players. And then everyone else, Hines Allen, McCown, they all got like 8 to 10 minutes, so I'm not really messing with that. So let's go fill out a skeleton if I can for you guys, as I just mentioned. I really don't mind looking at, like I said, Louisa, Hillman, and even Phoebus. Those three, I don't mind going those three if you want to go that way. Nothing really cheap down here that I would really mess with. But yeah, you can go that way, or if you want a couple extra bucks, you can go down to Harrison. But Phoebus shows she can play big minutes. And then over here at the guards, like I said, if you can get in Collier for sure, get her in there. But for now, this is kind of what we're looking at. I don't mind Canada. Like I said, I'm just plugging in some players for you. Canada's not in a bad spot, as I mentioned. You got Monique and Jonas down here. I would rather have Monique at 4,600. Um, Nothing too crazy down in this area that I'm really going to be messing with. So there's that. Gives you $6,000 left and go get a cheap guard and go get a half decent forward in there if you want to. You can probably go. Oh man, those forwards are terrible. It's Collier or Thomas for me. If not, you can go probably Alina Smith would be my second mid range option. Gets you 59 for a guard. So Like I said, you guys can mix that up. This is just more of a cash game option, as you see. If you want to go GPP, you can to get some of those big stars in there. But it's going to be a little bit harder tonight to do it. But like I said, I still don't mind a couple of New York players. Don't shy away from them too much, even though it could be another blowout. But there we are. So once again, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like. The likes are always appreciated, and also hit that subscribe button for more lineup advice videos. All right, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.